up, friends and family? Today I want to talk about why I choose to go on retreat over times like New Year's Eve or vacation time, why I choose silence over going on parties, going to fiestas and clubs and all that stuff. And the main reason that I choose to go on silent retreat over New Year's, over going to a New Year's Eve party, happens to do with this book, The Joy of Living. And this book, along with a few other books that I read about 10 years ago when I was first getting started on my path of meditation and mindfulness. And these books really transformed kind of my life in a really fundamental way. And what these books helped me realize, about this word joy and about topics of happiness and fulfillment. And what I realized is that for much of my life, before understanding meditation, understanding mindfulness, understanding some of the concepts in books like these, for much of my life I was just chasing happiness. I was chasing happiness, but I was just chasing pleasure. I thought that if I could just have more pleasure in my life, it would lead to more happiness. And after reading these books helped me understand that if you want to be happy, or if I wanted to be happy, there's a whole lot more that you can do aside from chasing after pleasure. And they have to do with qualities of the mind that actually lead to greater fulfillment. So things like contentment and appreciation and gratitude and compassion, these are skills and qualities of the mind that you can actually cultivate that lead to more joy. So if you want to have a joyful life, if you want to have a smile that looks like that guy, there are actually ways you can train yourself in doing that. And what I realized is that going to more parties wasn't going to lead to more happiness in my life. And so this is what it comes down to. When I think about how do I want to spend my time, how do I want to spend an evening, and I think about what is actually going to lead to more growth in my life, what's going to lead to more life satisfaction and happiness. And is it going to be going to yet another party, doing more drinking, more dancing, or is it going to be spending time cultivating things like compassion and contentment and appreciation? And what I realized, and I know a lot of you out there can relate to this, is that in my own life, I had so much going for me. I had so much going on in my life that I could be happy about. But none of it felt like it was enough. So whenever I reached some level of achievement, I was happy maybe for 3 minutes, and then I would say, okay, what's next? Or that's not good enough. I need to do even more. And so understanding that, we can keep going after pleasure, keep going after fame and success and validation. But if we don't have the tools for appreciating our life, for actually feeling satisfied, then nothing that we do is ever going to be enough. So again, look at that smile. Look at how happy he looks. And that's like genuine contentment. The difference between genuine contentment and blissful, kind of like ecstatic bliss, there's a big difference. And for me, what I realized is, I'd spent so much of my time trying to drown out my anxiety with bliss states, with just feeling high on life, and not realizing that there's a deeper level of happiness that is more about inner peace, inner harmony, contentment, really just this sense of inner fulfillment. And I realized that I wanted inner fulfillment more than I wanted bliss, because bliss runs out. And when it runs out, then you're kind of back to your normal state of anxiety and stress. And so you have a choice, about how you want to spend your time and what do you want to be cultivating. And so thinking about what is more meaningful to you, having another night going dancing and drinking, or spending time being with yourself, cultivating some of these qualities of the heart that will have a lasting impact on your well-being. So this is why I choose going on retreat over going to New Year's Eve parties, usually. Of course, not always. Sometimes it's not the right time to go on retreat. Sometimes you just want to go dancing with your friends. But I'm doing this live video because we have a retreat coming up this New Year's Eve in Thailand. Couple days left to sign up, and I hope to see some of you on retreat. I know some of you are joining already. Very excited about that. And I just wanted to pop in and say a little bit about why I go on retreat instead of going to New Year's Eve parties. So, that's it from Chiang Mai. Peace, y'all.